Good evening, everybody. This is Sweat, and welcome to the very first episode of Slug It Out. In this series, I'm really excited to bring to you guys. I'm so excited that I'm going to try to jump out of LAV and C4 a tank at the beginning of every single episode. But what I can tell you, I'm not sure if I can do that, but what I can tell you about this series is it will center around a shotgun, most likely the 870, a slug round, and a scope of some sort. Now, I say mainly the 870 because until the Spot 12 gets here, it's really the only pump action shotgun that really we have to use. And the reason that I like using the pump action shotgun is because the really high damage that the slug round gives. It's 100 damage at point blank range. What is that, 10 or 15 meters? You can shoot somebody in the big toe, and they're going to go down. So it really, you're able to defend yourself a little bit better with the slug on this rather than the semi-autos. Because you don't have that cone of fire that the buckshot offers you. And look at that fail. I had to leave that in there because I'm pretty sure that guy just killed himself with his own RPG. So let's revisit this for a second. Let me kind of go over this with y'all. Like I said, I mentioned that I was grinding away at getting all the attachments and everything, getting the kills for all the attachments for this setup. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to bring to you guys a series that I could relate to and that I could relay information to you guys based on my own personal experience, such as the M16. I've used the M16. Obviously, I've trained with the M16. I was deployed with the M16 while I was in the Marine Corps. So it's something I would really like to bring to you guys. But it's really just a standard AR. It's something that, you know, obviously it's a great gun. It's one of the best guns in this game. It's one of the most reliable guns. Well, I'm not going to say reliable because I might get eat up by some people. But it's a gun that's been in the United States military for decades now. And but again, it's something that's been around for a while. I'm not really sure how innovative I can be with an M16. Also, the AK-74. I own an AK-74. I own the semi-automatic version of the AK-74. I would love to bring you guys a series or an installment about the AK-74, but until I can brainstorm a little bit more, I'm not really sure, you know, what I can bring to you guys about it. But what I do know is that Remington 870 is the first shotgun that was introduced to me as a kid. Remington 870 has been the shotgun used by my family for generations. I mean, seriously, generations. You guys saw that Remington 22 rifle in my live fire video. If you haven't seen my live fire videos, I'll link the description, the playlist in the description below. That 22 rifle has been around since the 30s, and it still fires flawlessly. My grandfather's 870 that he calls his meat gun, 12 gauge pump action shotgun, he's been using since the 60s or 70s. It still operates flawlessly. Even the United States government, I'll read the battle log because it explains it perfectly. The M870 is an American-made pump-action shotgun that has been used by Special Forces units for decades. In urban environments, the M870 is especially effective due to its high stopping power at close range. The ability to load different types of shells makes the M870 able to adapt to a wide variety of situations, while a narrow choke gives the M870 slightly more range than other shotguns. So, basically, all this is doing is going over the point again. These are reliable weapons. These are effective weapons, and these are weapons. And this is a weapon that I can relate to. To contradict myself, I can't really relate to using slugs. I've never used slugs in real life. I've never had. It's never been a situation for me to use slugs. Now, I know that people ask me all the time. You know, are slugs accurate? Do slugs have range? You know, how effective can they really be? Well, a 12 gauge slug, a 12 gauge slug, if you look down at your thumb, I mean, that's a huge piece of lead. Like, it can be a huge round. One huge giant lead ball, or it has sometimes have rifling, so it's more accurate. Traveling down range at a really high velocity, yeah, it's got a lot of stopping power. It's got a lot of damage. Don't let anybody tell you any differently. And there are many different types of slug rounds, so you know, you'd have to do a lot of different research, and maybe it's something I can cover in the future. But I do know it also has range. Like I said, you put those rifles on the slug round itself, and up north, in the northern parts of the United States, you can't even hunt with centerfire rifles in some states. So what people do is they put rifled barrels on a shotgun, and they combine it with those rifle slugs, and they're able to hit groups of 3 to 5 inches or whatever at up to 200 yards with slugs. So you can be really accurate with slugs, and it does have a lot of stopping power. So I'm not saying that people are running around Afghanistan or the Middle East with 870 shotguns with sniper scopes and slugs. But I am telling you that it is possible. You know, it is doable. It is something that goes on. So that's just kind of a backdrop to it. Where do we go from here? You know, I'm going to try to bring you guys some different gameplay, or at least different maps, some different scenarios and everything. But I really do want to try to stretch it to some other shotguns. I want to try to do it with the DAO 12. I want to try to do it definitely with the SPOS 12. I want to try to do it with the Sega. But again, those semi-automatics, they don't have the same damage. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not always successful. This is one of the first times I tried to use this setup, and I did really well. 31 out of my 36 kills at the end of this game are with the shotgun, or with this 870 and the SLUG. But the games after this, not so much. So this won't be a series that I'll be able to bring you as often as I would like, because I'm not as successful as I would like. But I'm going to try. I really am, guys, because I enjoy playing with this setup more than I enjoy anything else in this game. And that's completely honest. I'm okay with getting killed a lot. I'm okay with losing when I'm using this setup. You know, when I'm really going full try hard, I get so frustrated with things. But this is something I'm really able to have a lot of fun with, and this is something that I really want to share with you guys. So watch. Oh man, I failed with that triple. I could have had a triple right there. Maybe if I could go back and line that up. I get revived, so I don't get to death. But it's really something I wish I'd have had back, because it's really something that would have been really awesome to bring to you guys for the very first episode. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys, if you did enjoy it, we'll rate this series. Let's maybe try to get this thing to 200 likes. It's something that doesn't happen very often on my channel. And if you've missed some videos, if you click on that video to the left, it's going to bring you straight to my new series on Machinima Respawn, the ABCs and 1, 2, 3s of Battlefield 3. Really highly rated. You guys did a great job of supporting that. So if you haven't seen it yet, I encourage you to go click on the video. Let me know what you think about it, and let me know in the comments what your grade is of the A10 Thunderbolt. And on the right is that DAO shotgun gameplay. I've been really playing with shotguns lately, been really enjoying it lately. So until then, also, if you're new to my channel, click that big subscribe button at the bottom of the screen for more Battlefield 3 content. Thank you guys so much for all the support you've given me on this channel recently. I'm really motivated to continue making content for you, and I'll talk to you again real soon.